Hi, my name's Steve Young. I'm Director of Wales for Winning Pitch. The orbit diagram is a one-page summary of a company's 3-year strategy. In essence, year by year, it helps build up a word picture, a distillation, if you like, of the company's strategy as it grows on its high-growth journey. In the book Alice in Wonderland, there's a wonderful piece where Alice is stood at the crossroads, and in the tree above her is the Cheshire Cat, and she looks at the Cheshire Cat, just like a lot of our businesses talk to us at a crossroads and says, which way do I go? And the Cheshire Cat says, well, that depends a great deal on where you want to get to. And Alice says, after pondering for a moment, I don't know which way I want to go. And the cat says, well, it doesn't matter which way you go then, does it? And to a certain extent, that's like the businesses that we work with. There's many different directions they could take towards growth. What we want to do is get them to start with the end in mind. It's a little bit like the children's puzzle, where you have lots of fishing rods along the top, all with their lines intermingled and crossed over, and there's a fish at the bottom. And the question is, which rod catches the fish? If you have the handicap that I have, which is a marketing degree, you start off with A, then you go to B, then you go to C, then you go to D. The most intelligent way, obviously, to answer that question is to start with the fish and work backwards. And that way, you work backwards from success. So work back from your destination. So whilst intuitively, you may want to start the orbit diagram from where you are now, what we say to companies is start where your destination is and work back from there. So having set out the 3-year or 5-year, generally 3-year timescales, what we do then is put the axis labels in around the outside. The sort of axis labels typically we would use are the obvious ones, like maybe they want to know in 3 years' time what profit they want, what turnover they want, what number of employees. All these things help paint a word picture which starts to bring the strategy to life and give it greater clarity. I think what companies like about this is that on one page it encapsulates and distills the whole business strategy. It paints an exciting, inspiring, compelling word picture for everybody in the company. And because of that, and it's just on one page, the MDs that we work with like to communicate it in many different ways. It's on their intranet, sometimes on big AO sheets, it's on the wall. So on one sheet, you've got the whole of the strategy in a word picture that really speaks to people in a way that the traditional business plan never did.